All right, everybody. Welcome back for another one. And man, you guys doing okay out there? Guys, alive? Yeah, I know. So if you got here during the height of the excitement, the euphoria, and all that stuff, well, this is the downside of a bull market in crypto. All right, this isn't the first time. All right, it happens all the time. And you can go back through the price history and see over and over 40% retracements, 50%. 2013 had a 70% retracement, and then another parabolic move to follow up on the back end. So here we are. Personally speaking, I'm going to run through some price charts with you real quick and tell you how I feel about it. All right, so XRP, first and foremost, looks to have been trying to form a bullish engulfing candle right here, kind of wick down a little. We'll see how the day plays out, but either way, it technically is a bullish engulfing right now, which is a good thing. So we'll see if price can hold. But one thing I want to point out as well, if you don't follow me on TradingView already, I'll put the link in the description. I haven't been knocking out these videos every single day like I used to. I know that, but I actually, I enjoy charting. That's what my main focus is. I think that's what I'm most talented at. I don't like researching the internet for buried documents, trying to connect projects to, the government or anything like that. Although I do have one for you on the back end of this video, so stay tuned. But anyway, so TradingView, I share a lot of my ideas there. And as I showed the other day, right now looking at the XRP BTC pair, you can see that we had a golden cross right back in 2017, which is the 50-day getting above the 200-day simple moving average. All right, we had a couple of them try to happen in 2016, and then obviously you can see both of them failed, but eventually we got one and it held support, and that's when XRP blasted off for a 2,600% return in a few weeks against the Bitcoin pair. All right, meaning you would have 2,600% returns on Bitcoin if that's what you were using to trade against. But anyway, right now we're getting very similar price action. Once again, even with all the blood and the pain and everyone's throwing in the towel and I quit and this is the end, well, everything essentially looks good. All the major alts look good against Bitcoin, which is confirming to me, I think we're still in alt season and we might be getting ready for another very explosive move to the upside, all right, in alt specifically. So right now we had a few attempts to break over. As you can see, we almost got a golden cross right here. We got one back in December of last year, and then we got the SEC news, so XRP dumped back down to previous price levels seen in 2016, all right? But we're back up over again, golden cross, and XRP just held the 200-day for support as well. So everything looks good, but this will be very important to pay attention to going forward. And as you can see, both times XRP has peaked out at about the same location in Satoshis, right? The smallest increment of Bitcoin, if you don't know. But anyway, so if we can get up close to that price level again, roughly a 1,200% return against Bitcoin and XRP. So slightly optimistic here. Like I said, just stay tuned. I think the pain's already over. We're already at extreme fear, and from here we go up, personally speaking. All right, and wanted to briefly show you Ethereum looks great against Bitcoin as well. As you can see, it broke above this previous resistance that it had, in April of 2018 and August of 18 as well. So it's a pretty crucial level to get above. Back test it for support twice already. So it seems to be a critical area, and we've already got our golden cross, all that good stuff. So Ethereum is looking healthy as well against Bitcoin. We'll see. But like I said, alt season is still underway in my opinion. Coming over to the altcoin dominance, it's also holding right above that 50%, which was important as well to get above. And from here, I think we can get all the way up to maybe 80 or 90. So Bitcoin falling between 10 and 20% dominance. All right. If you're a Bitcoin fan, you're probably telling me I'm crazy. Well, when you zoom out, the trend is up for altcoins. All right. Long term, it's always been eating into Bitcoin dominance. So expect that to continue. All right. Had a few people ask me about Doge, so I'm going to take a look, show you what I'm thinking right now. Essentially, I just pulled this bar pattern from over here. I think Doge is looking very similar to its first big move up in 2017, followed by a pretty significant crash. All right. If we saw something similar, all right, it would take us back down to that like 6 to 8 cent level is what I think we need to retest for Doge before moving up. And as you can see here, even taking this bar pattern, it fits identically with closing out the year with a parabolic move in Doge. All right. And if that were to happen, Doge could get up to over $2. All right. It's already been as high as 75 cents. So anything is possible in this world. Who knows what tweets will come from Elon on the back end of this. So just stay tuned. Okay. But I would not be surprised to see Doge go a lot lower than what it is right now before it goes higher. So I don't know. I'm not touching this thing. But if I see it go down to 8 cents and potentially a super explosive alt season, yeah, I'll probably buy some. Just saying. All right, moving on. We got a very interesting tweet today from Mike NOVOGRATZ. For those of you that don't know, this guy's a billionaire investor, and he's usually a Bitcoin and Ethereum maximalist. So I thought this was very interesting that he said today. Starting to think that major DeFi protocols are going to have to decide if they're going to play by the rules that most countries want them to, meaning know your customer or anti-money laundering, or if they're going to flip the middle finger at them. And he then follows up with invest in a compliance layer now or pay the piper later. Right? So those in the XRP community, Stellar, you name it, have been talking about this for what seems to be years up to this point. All right. We're saying that trying to overthrow the government and the people that have the real money printer and make all the laws is a horrible idea for an investment thesis. Okay. So he's saying maybe hedge a little with a compliance layer, right? KYC, something like that, or pay the piper. Well, what are the KYC and AML compliant cryptos, right? As you know, Ripple is one of them. So on their compliance page, Ripple offers seamless integration with your bank's existing systems and processes, such as AML controls, fraud detection, sanction screening, and regulatory reporting. Ripple makes it efficient for your financial institution to meet compliance requirements while reaping the benefits of real-time settlement. Next up, Stellar. All right, right on Stellar's page. Stellar has built-in features that enable businesses to issue assets on the Stellar platform and perform compliance checks at any point along their assets lifecycle from issuance to redemption. All right. Also, if you have specific compliance needs, you can, for example, require any holder of your token to pass your KYC program or enforce Reg D ownership requirements for your token. All right, what is Reg D? Reg D basically states that offer or sale of a security must be registered with the SEC or meet an exemption. All right, under the Securities Act, it provides a number of exemptions for registration requirements, allowing some companies to offer and sell their securities without having to register the offering with the SEC. Okay, so Stellar is also compliant with different regulations, right? And then Hedera Hashgraph. One of their articles here, what information do we collect and for what purpose? If you intend to receive tokens from us or otherwise interact with the platform, you will be asked to provide us or our third-party service providers with the following information in order to meet our Know Your Customer and AML checks. Name, email, address, date of birth, phone number, copies of your driver's license or passport, and any other information necessary to confirm your status. All right. And another one, XDC, Zenfin, I guess that's how you say it, not only monitors its invaluable clients, but also executes rules and regulations aligned with legal advancements so that people involving in illegitimate and undesirable behavior can be nipped in the bud. Zenfin has successfully implemented the KYC rule or practice, which will ensure that any possible misconduct such as identity theft, money laundering, terrorists, whatever, you get it. Okay, so they're all compliant. All right, that is Ripple, Stellar, XDC, Hedera Hashgraph. Algorand is as well. I didn't pull that one up, so we're just going to skip that one. But I know Algorand has that built in. They were hatched out of MIT, and they're basically Ripple buddies at this point, taking pictures with Brad Garlinghouse. So you get the point, right? This is why these are the main holdings in my portfolio. All right, if I'm going to buy and hold something in this crazy market, as you can see with the volatility, one day you're on top of the world, the next day it's all gone, essentially. All right, well, there will come a time when the permanent footprint is put on this industry that determines winners. Okay, so I essentially want to have my hard-earned money and all my research and all of this time that I've put into this placed and the stuff that I actually think is going to participate. It works with the regulators, right? I don't, maybe as a younger person, I was in on this. Oh yeah, crypto was created to overthrow the governments and create this utopia world where we have our own money and we don't need them. I don't think that's going to happen, all right? I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to have to comply, all right? And now the BTC and ETH maximalist is telling you the same thing. So with that being said, though, Ethereum, it's not saying that these are the only ones that matter, right? So Ethereum could be KYC compliant. Uniswap could be KYC compliant, right? The way that they would have to do this is, for instance, like your MetaMask wallet would have to be KYC, and then in order to interact with Uniswap, they would only allow you to use wallets that are also abiding by KYC and AML rules. All right, that's how I could see it playing out. But I'm just saying, the ones that are in the room with all these people, the Federal Reserve and stuff like that, it's pretty obvious at this point, and that's the end game for me. All right, that's where I think this is headed. So that's why I talk about the same crypto all the time. All right. Another thing to point out on the back end of this, right? So Digital Asset Investor pointed out today that Volante Technologies posted this, that they participated in the U.S. Faster Payments Council white paper about cross-border payments, essentially. So if you come over here and check the document out, it was just posted for this month, you can see all the members that are on this Faster Payments Council, all right? People that contributed. We got someone from MasterCard, got someone from the Federal Reserve, Wells Fargo, Walmart, Volante, Ripple Partner, as I mentioned, MasterCard, then Craig DeWitt from Ripple himself, and then we got Swift, which handles the cross-border payments right now with their broken system. Federal Reserve again, American Express, Visa, Wells Fargo, ACI Worldwide. You get it, right? A lot of very important people are all participating in this, right? And an article from last year. So this was when Craig DeWitt, May of 2020, announced that he was joining the Faster Payments Group as well. And so to add to that, the FPC members, apart from Ripple, are big names in the industry like Swift, Microsoft, Visa, Wells Fargo, the Federal Reserve, and then, as I mentioned before, DeWitt was there. Pat Thielen from Ripple, as the VP for Strategic Alliances, was an FPC member. And he was also the first director of the FPC and a member of the board of directors as selected by different American companies. Okay, so Ripple is literally sitting in the room with the Federal Reserve and Swift talking about building an efficient cross-border payment system. What else do you need to see? Okay, that should do it for today. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
Investing is simple, but not necessarily easy. And believe it or not, the technical part of investing, such as picking stocks and building a diversified portfolio, is actually the easy part. But being able to manage the psychological aspects of investing, such as managing your emotions, being patient, and staying disciplined to your plan, is what makes for a truly great investor.